It's been quite a lot of bad weather lately, and even some really fascinating events that even delayed the Norwegian sailboat Alibaba. It's absolutely not the right season, but not impossible. It do require some precision in the sail planning though, and I'm gonna explain some of the challenges. Normally I don't throw out videos if I don't have anything interesting to share with you guys, and I know that what I do in my spare time is not so interesting. Doesn't mean that between all the rainy days and also during rainy days I've been bored. I have so many friends here and celebrated everything from my friend sold his catamaran to some local festivities. But for this video I would like to share some weather things that's so fascinating, and also of course update on my Hardtop project.
Feeling free to sail my life, from rise to the setting sun. Free, that's what I wanna be.
So I have fitted the rain gutter all around from port side and all the way to here. I still have one last piece left on the aft, and then I have to make the aft pieces that's gonna end the hardtop on the aft. But right now I'm making templates for the inner liner that's gonna be under the roof. That's the overhang that goes around the hard dodger. The end piece gonna be like this, this angle, and then a wider piece like this that's gonna continue all around to make it look nice. So I'm making templates now. I'm gonna make some very thin sheets of fiberglass that I'm gonna tap in and then fiberglass everything into one piece. And that's the last bits and pieces, and also a lot of sanding on the hard dodger before I take the last layers of fiberglass all around, so everything gets into one final piece. So, but yeah, it's a lot of work, and I still have a little bit sanding, but I'm gonna do this now because it's been raining so much, and this kind of bits and pieces I can make even though everything is not dry outside, so maybe tomorrow I can put everything in place. Not perfect, but good enough for this purpose. I made templates also to know how small pieces I should laminate to minimize the cutoffs. Unfortunately the weather here changed so fast and soon it started to rain sideways, so thankfully I did not try to fit this piece. Even though I'm currently not out sailing, I still monitor weather every day as part of my routines. And tonight's weather is probably only a soft start. So I'm sitting in front of my nav station, and I spent quite some time last night doing some analysis to check weather and also do some route planning for a Norwegian boat that's moored just behind me. So a little bit funny background story on this Norwegian sailboat. I've seen this boat 3 times before, and every time there is new owners. The first time was in Panama, the day after previous owners had been brutally gunpoint attacked by pirates in Nombre dos Dios. Today it has new owners that bought it from the young Norwegian ladies that left it in the Philippines. And it's a bunch of young guys, and I actually happen to know the bonus father of one of the guys on board. So this father is an old friend of me from my hometown, so this is almost like a local visit. And they asked me if I could look at the weather for them and come with some suggestions. I'm not hard to ask when it comes to that. So I just gonna finish up my coffee here and then I'm gonna head over, and I also will make a file and share with them so they can have to look at.
Er dere klare til å dra?
Their boat is Swedish built and was the biggest 31-footer on the market when it was new. Still, being 5 persons on board is pretty impressive.
It's not often it's Norwegians in this bay, so we haven't made any videos, but at least I want to send them off and wish them fair winds. So here they are. Fair winds!
Open minds, yeah, the tribe grows greater and greater. Don't let them cage your soul, don't let your fire turn to vapor. Stand tall, break walls, be your own damn creator. Time moves fast and friends set sail, but rebels never fade. Even storms can't shake the bond of the choices we've all made. We roam the world on paths without a name. Let the ocean write the rules. Let the free ones stake their claim. We keep rolling with the tide.
There has been more Norwegians in Bali lately, and Andreas is an old friend that sailed with me in the Caribbean, and he was the courier for my new visa cards. And as sent from above, my Norwegian friend Thea also came a few weeks later and could even bring me some urgent things. Sometimes it's almost unbelievable how things just sorts out.
All the sailors we need, it's never goodbye, only see you later. Open hearts, open minds, yeah, the tribe grows greater and greater. Don't let them cage your soul, don't let your fire turn to vapor. Stand tall, break walls, be your own damn creator.
So the route they are going to sail is from Bali to Thailand. I mean, it's a delicate balance between fear-mongering and also sharing experience. These waters can be pretty challenging.
I throw in the latitudes here for giving you the bigger picture, also because this is pretty important for the event that took place that I will explain more about further out here.
After the episode I had out in these waters, I have been studying this weather pretty intense and try to learn something, because the weather predictions are not so good in predicting these micro systems or very localized thunderstorms and stuff like that.
As much as 97% of the most extreme wind incidents in Indonesia are caused by localized storms, instabilities and intense downdrafts, rather than the general monsoon circulation. So looking at weather forecasts alone will not be enough. In fact, you would need to zoom in to detailed forecasts to even have a chance to see this. Meaning you would need updated information every 30 minutes. A high-speed solution that's not available for normal people.
Maybe the most important takeaway here is something I actually covered in earlier episodes long time ago, how I track weather systems with my radar. Because in reality, the radar on board is the most accurate tool to track microsystems, thunderstorms, local storms, and even microbursts. Because this was a terrible system. I might have been lucky here, playing chess. Oh, it's gonna be a long night.
Knowing my friends don't have a radar, I try to identify points of interest and base my suggestions on this.
Just to be clear, I'm not claiming to be an expert, and my advice to my friends is just advice, and the captain's decision is all theirs.
And the Alibaba team decided to wait.
The reason I like to share this with you guys is because this is such a fascinating event that occurred in the Malacca Strait.
I knew something was cooking days ahead, and to put things in context, and the reason why the latitude is so interesting here is the fact, in theory, 5 degrees north or south are considered safe from cyclones. Unless you are in Southeast Asia, where things are different, and if you look at historical data and spaghetti models, you will see that the vast majority of cyclones are spinning around below 5 and 10 degrees south. But I actually had it on my radar quite a time before the cyclone developed, but I did not expect it to become a cyclone. What makes this so spectacular is the fact this event has only occurred once before in history. And that's why the latitudes are of such big interest here, forming below 5 degrees and even reaching below 2 degrees. A cyclone almost touching equator is extraordinary. Also the fact that it could form in such little body of water and even gaining force over land is nothing but fascinating. At least from a weather perspective, and also what makes this cyclone historical. Knowing this boat is new to them, and the fact we already had an historical event going down on their route, I had them in my mind every day as I continue with my project between the rainy days here.
It's never goodbye, only see you later. All the sailors we need, it's never goodbye, only see you later. All the sailors we need, it's never goodbye, only see you later. See you later, see you later. Rebel souls navigator.
So while the inner liner is drying, tapped it in place, I have to make the last piece of the rain gutter. So now it's to tape it and prepare this for fiberglass. Primitive mold has worked very well so far and even kept its shape in this humidity. This is perfect type of work if I can't risk working on the outside, and also with this small piece I can use a more aggressive activator to have it cure much faster, and hopefully before it gets too humid in the afternoon. My last minute design tweak with a combined rain gutter on the outside and a track for integrated LED on the inside created a bit extra work, but I still think it's worth it. It's pretty hot. It's 30 degrees, so my eyes gets red from the sweat, and that's what it is. So that was the last rain gutter, and now it has to cure, and tomorrow I'm gonna tap it in where it belongs, behind me there. So yeah, then I'm almost done with the rain gutter all around. Looks like it started to rain again. Look here. Guess that's it for today. Lately this has been more the rule than the exemption, and has slowed me down quite a lot. But right now it's two things I'm concerned about. I know it's extremely rare and more of a sensation if Bali gets hit by a cyclone, but the ones sitting right outside here have moved closer, creating extraordinary amounts of rain and thunderstorms again. The other things that's of concern, even though I struggle to believe it, yet it's not that long time since we had another historical event. It's the big cyclone to my west, and if this is true, it will be a serious threat to my friends. I so hate this. I should be sleeping, but it's another thunderstorm and this is so intense. It's too close to be comfortable, and yeah, I'm actually terrified. It's I don't fear for my life. It's safe. I mean, my boat can take a strike, but if you get a direct hit, it's so expensive. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think on this boat you're looking at 25 to 30,000 euros if you have a direct hit. So yeah, I really hope I'm safe this time as well. I had last week a pretty intense thunderstorm as well. 3 catamarans has been taking a direct hit here the last 8-10 days. But this is insane.
And down there, behind the boats in the front, sits another catamaran with problems from last night. They are still not sure if it was a direct hit, but most of their electronics on board are fried. The cyclones sitting outside here are responsible for all the bad weather last 7 days, but it's finally starting to move. The big one to the west is still predicted straight towards Alibaba, so I asked if they could call me when they had the chance.
The difference with the rain gutter and without the rain gutter.
With very little to no progress due to the cyclone next door, at least my design is running through a great test with promising results.
Hopefully I can do a few more things today. I just took the rain gutter out of my mold and I will put it in place, hopefully, if it's not coming more rain. I'm looking at the clouds and see, because I can do things under the roof here, but this is gonna be tapped in on the outside and fiberglass, so I'm in need of dry weather. There. So everything here is gonna be fiberglassed, like there, here, and the final layer on the side like this. All the way.
And up here, all the way aft, gonna hide the drop-down canvas. Laughing a bit of myself, as I have probably made the world's most complicated do-it-yourself hard order with all these curves and angles, not to forget all the details that takes time. It's just crazy to think about all the time this has taken. Ever since dry season, that was the wettest dry season in history, the weather has been a significant part of my delays. And now I expect the next weeks to be even more challenging. Unstable days like this that offers rain now and then, I spend sanding complex places, like inside the roof overhang and the channel for the LED. I have made space for 2 LED strips, but have not yet decided the additional color, besides from the warm white. I do know you can have LED that change colors, but they tend to not last so well. Also, the ones I'm installing are waterproof. At the moment you will not see the ambient solution I'm looking for, because the rain gutter is thin and it's also not painted yet, so it will be more ambient when everything is done. And for this kind of LED you can add a dimmer, which I'm also testing out to see the difference from bright to more ambient light. Sailing from Bali to Thailand this time of year is absolutely not ideal. It is above average challenging. And I think this desktop sailing has been the most challenging for me as well. And as you can see here, a very simplified overview over the last week's weather implications. I'm pretty sure they would manage fine without my inputs, but knowing they have a new to them boat that would always bring surprises to the table, maybe reducing risks and surprise from the weather could be a small contribution to their adventure. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing, helping me to grow this channel. A channel that promises to not make you any dumber, no clickbait and no drama. Only real stories whenever I have time for it. A special thank you to my amazing patrons and sponsors making this adventure possible.
I just wanna be free, free to live my life, free to ride the waves, chase the morning light, free to drift, free to steer, free to love without fear, be free. That's the only way.